Sorry about that. In the first part, it was just me channeling like something about a scheme within a city, a town. Um, and then it went down into like some people who were in like a loving relationship or something about a lot of different relationships multi-taneously going on. It's also synchronistic because at the time that I'm recording this, it's like a tornado warning. So a tornado may be significant whenever you see this reading. This is a timeless message. Something about being a recluse is significant. You may want to be a recluse, or you are a recluse right now, or you're just really much in your own energy to yourself. Something about being to yourself, honoring your inner child, smiling more. I obviously just took a nap and I just woke up. But yeah, so make sure you are resting, you're revitalizing yourself, you're getting nourishment. Pay attention to yourself and not the program. I'm hearing. I hear the ambulance. You got 9 of Wands is here. This is the inverted tarot. I'm gonna be using Stranger Things though, just to continue that kind of collective energy, but in that Panther deck. So let's get into it, okay? So be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I got this Sheba oil from, I think her name is Pretty Boss. It's so good. Like for clearing the air, abundance, love, and sovereignty. So that may be significant to you. You may be indulging in those type of things. Fighting for your freedom or expressing your freedom, or making sure you are detached and not allowing any person, place, or thing weigh you down or hold you back. As you birth things at the moment, as I said, very significant. It's very serious is what I was going to say. Sirius star system is significant. Assyria is significant. Isn't that a country? They may have to do something with the actual war. This is an entertainment purposes only. The Assyria, Sirius star system. There may be some sort of connections. Pluto. Before I got on here though, when I started like getting in the energy, I started hearing the song Confessions by Usher. So you may have to confess something to someone soon. Like you may need to. About a house, a home, a plan, a decision to be made. Something about divine abundance is significant. Rising to the occasion, or a goddess rising, or a goddess, or a god, a man, a plan. Some sort of identity shift is happening as well collectively, I'm hearing. So let everything just go with the flow, period. So let's continue this ancestors guide, that message from the other day, which was happily ever after. So we have 6 of dice, which is 6 of swords. It says, here there be monsters. So yeah, for me, this is giving, if we're continuing that message, be sure to check it out. Even if you're watching this one first, you can watch this one first and go back to it. And it's called Happily Ever After. And I'm looking like this with the same kind of curly hair. But it says, here there be monsters. So in that first part, I talked about people going against a group of people or entities or even demons in a sense. And also, these are Stranger Things cards. So if you know the show Stranger Things, they deal with nothing but like alien species, which are kind of like demons in a sense in that show. And how the government opened up a motherfucking portal and used psychic ass kids to close the portal or harness the demons, but the shit never worked. Whole time one of the main demons is one of the motherfucking kids. You know, that's how shit works. When you fuck with shit you don't have nothing to do with. And maybe the thing is, like, people are fucking with shit they have nothing to do with. Like, something about a land, a forest, a space. Like, people are looking for artifacts, amulets, something like that, that they have no fucking idea what to do or fuck with. You could be an alien from the starseed system, Sirius. You could be a starborn child or starseed. This is also a collective reading. It's a general message, but take it as it resonates. You could be one of the few out of the many, if that makes sense. Well, they say many are called, but if you are chosen, it's many people chosen, but only a few answer the call. So you could be one of the ones that answer the call. Like, all y'all on this could be chosen, but y'all may not be answering the call. And I'm not being a bitch, but that's just what it's giving off. Because whatever I'm reading right now is some super high dark shit. And I heard ha. So some of y'all may think this is funny or this is a game, but this is not funny. This isn't a game. Like, this is people real life. Like, people real deal going through the shit I'm channeling. I don't know them personally, but I see it. I dream about it. It's so crazy because, like, a lot of that, you know, stuff on that island that everybody be talking about. Like, I was having some weird-ass dreams about an island years ago on my soul. And it was always kids. And it was always during, like, Easter and, like, Maybe Easter Island is even significant in that. And like some of these islands and these places that we think are vacant are not. Some of them have certain entities on them, and some of them have certain motherfucking PDFs on them, if you know what I'm saying. Her page of spokes. So this is something or someone deciding to use their voice to speak up, to change, to move forward. This is Mike's brother, older brother. Mike's brother was very timid, if you remember in the show. I don't know why I don't remember everybody's name for some reason, but I fucking watched the show. But like, it took him a while, if you think about it, during the show and all the seasons, to gain his strength, gain his masculinity, in the sense of like gaining his like defenseness, but like defending his brother, defending, you know, his family, like growing within his strength, growing within his masculinity, growing within his protection. So this could be someone around you that you know they're growing or going through growing pains, learning to speak up, learning to not be so on the passive side. He was very fucking passive, but he was never stupid or weak, in my opinion. He just didn't give a fuck. And then a lot of times for a while he didn't give a fuck, because even in the show, like, he was low-key always like, you know, on 420 type shit and just really cool about the shit. But he was super smart and shit, but he also didn't give a fuck. So, you know, he went through that a little bit, and then he grew up, he got his balls, you know, and then he had to step up and fight, because it was just, at the end of the day, like, who you defending? Like, he had to help defend his brother, because like that was a real motherfucking life. And he escaped a lot. I think it was like father wounds, because their father wasn't really there, and then their mom worked all the time. And then, you know, Mike had his little issues, but he was a good big brother. And then their mama was cool, but like I said, she worked all the time and shit like that. She was just a single mom trying to make it. So you could be a guy or a male or a female who was raised with like a single mom or a single caregiver in the home, and you've just been trying to figure it out or find your way, or you've done it your whole life. But something climactic could be going on around you to make you have to speak up. Like, you have no choice. Like, you have to defend your brother or your sister or your daughter or your son. Like, you have to defend somebody. And by you deciding to defend them because you see what's going on, you see that the people around them are monsters, or some shit ain't adding up, or some shit don't make sense, or maybe you're trying to prevent something that happened when you was a child happening again, like, because they're monsters. And there may be some PDFs around your family or something like that. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what I just got with my ears ringing. But you decide, like, no, that's not what the fuck's finna go on. Like, we're not finna do that. Whether you was a victim or somebody in your family was a victim, or just, I don't know. Sometimes we don't, I don't know, but I'm channeling this. No offense to nobody, entertainment purposes only. But, like, sometimes people don't watch their kids like they should around, like, the neighborhood or family members. And you could be a victim, or know somebody in your family that was a victim. Or something with your inner child is just very significant of being abused. Whether sexually, emotionally, mentally, verbally, just any kind of abuse. And it's like you see that trying to be done to like a sibling or a son or a daughter, or maybe you're just triggered in your inner child because you see it, or it is being done to you, and you're deciding to be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. We're not gonna do that. Like, male, and this could be the single parent or the parent that didn't work out, or like caregivers or the family members, but like elders or whatever. Like, maybe you respected them, but like they're just trying to run over you or talk over you is significant, or tell you what to do, and you just like, no. Whole time, like, they the monsters. Something about exposed. Somebody finna be exposed, or exposure is significant. Yeah, we got Queen of Swords here. Yeah, who does this look like? I know this don't look like Max, do it? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's Max. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to, that may be Max. Either way, we got Queen of Swords. But to me, I wish I had my book. We'll channel it. So, Queen of Swords is here. Queen of Dice. I feel like this is someone as well, so feminine around you, or a feminine character, or actually a woman. Because, I mean, he's looking at something, and I have it to where he's facing her. So, this could be an actual male that I'm talking about. Or you could be in this strong masculine energy needing to do this if you're a female. Vice versa, you could be the man that's in this feminine energy, or you are this woman in this feminine energy towards this male. And, like, he could be moving towards you, because it is Page of Spokes behind the card, but it's also Six of Dice. So he could be leaving these monsters, or leaving this land, leaving this property, or leaving a town. A town is significant, and moving towards this feminine, this Queen of Dice energy. She's smiling though, so I mean, let me see. Clarify this Queen of Dice upright. The Moon, yeah. Okay, so you got a living in a homies ready to fight. These are other families that she found when she had left in one of the seasons, because she had left town. So it could be something about someone could be in a relationship or have a connection or a friendship to where somebody leaves and then comes back. that's what's not seen or about to leave, or someone gets in or calls in another group of people like them to help bring justice. Because again, the first part was about like a scam, a situation, a setup. There was light in there, so I'm gonna take it as confirmation. So someone goes, and this is 11, and 11 was kind of in her shadow in these seasons, to where like she went with her the other kids that were like her. Confirmation thunder, so that she can kind of transform and get more. I would say no, go and learn more about her individual self and get her strength, but also like harness herself, but also like come into terms like to who she was, her identity versus her identity now versus who she was. It's almost like she went through like this metamorphosis. And the moon card is the shadow. So someone maybe, or both of you all, or you and this person, or take it as it resonates, maybe going through some sort of deep shadow healing, something within your subconscious or unconscious mind. Your dreams as well could be very significant. Or again, this could be this queen of dice. Like, and it gives, if y'all are a couple, a friend, or a partnership, like they're separated right now. I don't have the cards together, but it's almost like he's dealing with that shit I just said about the childhood shit, and she dealing with something with like harnessing her identity of like who she is, what she's become. She could be gifted. The moon card also deals with psychic visions, downloads, clairvoyance, magic. The moon is very attractive. It's an attractive power. Attraction is significant. I just heard somebody was managed. Something about your clothes is significant. Having clothes on, not having clothes on. So this could be a partnership. What else? I'll take this. This 8 of Strands came back out. It was out in the first part. So yeah, there could be some sort of divine orchestration at some point in time, possibly, where things are unraveled for you all. My card in the middle is not connecting the person in the Page of Spokes with the Queen of Swords. So it could just be something that happens divinely out of nowhere, where you see how the lights are all tangled. Like, you know how Christmas lights, you take them out to put them on the tree, and you know they use lights a lot to, like, you know, expose and keep stuff lit to see and trigger and set up booby traps a lot in the show to trap the Demogorgons and all of them and shit. So it's some kind of trap. Words could have been twisted. Communication could have been twisted. Lies could be significant. And right now, I feel like that separation I was talking about is because someone was lying to someone. Coercion is significant. They could be about to leave, the man, or he already left. Like, he could be like, I'm gone, I'm done. She is hopeful. She's sitting there, she's waiting. But she's not really moving. She's more in a feminine energy of just waiting. It's like a gestation period. You know, moon cycles every 30 days. So this could happen on a moon to moon cycle, full moon to full moon, full moon to no, new moon, which is not necessarily 30 days. It's less than 30 days. There's something with this 8 of Wands. Let me clarify it. My hands are getting hot as fuck. I hate when my body get hot. So something about, I'll be getting hot out of nowhere. Something about your body could be charging up to go through a lot of upgrades. Something when you're within your soul, your energy, your light energy. It could be like a light code activation. You could be experiencing. Something with your DNA is very significant. But I don't think nobody knows that. I think that's a secret. Like, even what I'm saying, like, I'm not really saying what it is. I'm just saying, like, you're going through light code activations and DNA activations. I don't know. Can you clarify 8 of Wands? We're going to take you. Page of Scoops. This is the homie sister. Y'all, I be remembering their names, forgetting them. Because last time I couldn't remember Mac's name, and now I remember Mac's name. So it's something about remembering, not remembering certain details. You remember certain details you don't remember. Certain things adding up, other things not adding up. Y'all could be in MGK Ultra. Some stuff could be being put in the air around you. Smoke. We got the homie Page of Scoops. So we have Page of Spokes and Page of Scoops. Baby, she always gonna tell it like it is. And she gonna hold the tea. And she gonna check you. And she's smart as hell. So somebody is this a Queen of Spades? Queen of Dice. So it's something about being checked, told the truth, because the Page is the messenger. Also, now that I'm looking at it, the Page of Spokes could be moving towards the Queen of Dice with a message, or with messages, because the Eight of Strands is in the middle. But it could be jumbled or confusing or mixed. But I also said coercion, so it could be like they could be coming across one way because they've been coerced or like fooled or manipulated or like lied to. And then like the messages are gonna come to the Queen of Dice, or if that's the man, it's gonna come to you, sir. And Dice is swords, so it's just something about, you know, you, sir or ma'am, if you're the Queen of Dice or if you're in this feminine energy, don't go for no bullshit, don't go for no op shit, don't go for no fake shit. Because remember early as well in the first part, there were two, there was a karmic male and a karmic female, and there was like a divine female and a divine male. So I don't know who this is at this point of the story. I know my stuff be stories, and I don't know where I'm at from past, present, future, but take it as it resonates, but I'll clarify as necessary. So someone could be coming to you with lies and bullshit, and someone could be coming to you with the truth. And that could be what's hidden from you, Queen of Dice, Queen of Swords, sir, ma'am. Because you're like on guard, you're standing there, you're waiting. She is happy and expected, but there is something symbol, like, be wary of people with masks or a mask. This also could just be symbolic of people coming to you with lies from this land where there are monsters. The Page of Spokes don't have to be an actual relationship, as I'm reading now. This could just be someone trying to come to you with some bullshit and some lies. And they in a car, so they're not moving slow. They're moving pretty fast. And then Eight of Wands was put in the middle between the Page of Spokes and the Queen of Dice. So this information is coming fast. Be aware. But the Moon card could be, this also could be mental manipulation. I said it deal with clairvoyance, so it could be something about manipulation as well for what your third eyesight. So just be aware of that. It could be mixed messages because of the monsters. It could be bullshit. It could be good shit. I know I'm saying a lot of shit, but that's just what's coming out. But then we have the Page of Scoops, so this is going to help clarify. So when this message comes, there will be somebody, an elder, a god, an ancestor, or an actual person, it's feminine, that will basically, you know, put you in a scenario to where, or situation, or put you in an environment, or make you sit down and listen to clarify what the fuck you received. It also could be your inner child. Like, you could be highly intuitive, male or female, and like with the Moon card, you could be like seeing psychically, like, okay, this person or these people finna come to me with some bullshit, and it's gonna be full of shit, which is why the Eight of Wands is all jumbled like these stars, and it's not really giving what it's supposed to give. But let me see what the fuck is going on. So you have to like look under the messages, and it's gonna be like signs, symbolisms, and additional messages to help you clarify what the message was. Ooh, we love the lighting over here. Things are not as they appear. We have the Hangman. I'm gonna just take what's okay. We have the Hangman and the Magician. So yeah, that's what I said. Things are not as they appear. The motherfucking Hangman came out, which is perspective. I think that's the homie, ain't he? He dilated on me. And then the homie, Winona Ryder's first husband. But I heard cheat. So I did remember that the first person who was not the fool, but seemed like the elder or the more wiser person versus the other man or female, was the cheater. Or wasn't, I ain't gonna say cheater, because like I said, didn't seem like cheating per se. But if cheating is relevant, it is for some of you all at this point of the message. Maybe not at that first point. Y'all may just resonate with that first message and not this message. So just take that as it resonates. Take that lightly. Everybody is not gonna have all parts. All three parts will not resonate to everybody. You can watch though. You may just really need the first part one, which is happily ever after, and you can just like watch these messages. But and that'd be all that you need. I'm just channeling in the energy of the collective, so just take it as it resonates. Very general, entertainment purposes only. But yeah, I heard the word cheat. But you still may need to look at the scenario of why they were cheating, or why they cheated. Something was scrambled. I don't know. Information was scrambled. Someone was lied to. Somebody was coerced, or someone I keep hearing coerce. Like, what the fuck do coerce mean? Don't they mean like blackmailed or like forced or like encouraged or like bribed, something like that? I could be wrong, but it's something in the shadows hidden, and it don't. I mean, the moon card here. A lot of messages. Page, Eight of Wands, the Hangman. The Hangman is clarifying the Magician. There is a school bus on this Hangman picture. I'm looking at the Six of Dice, so it has to do with this land, this property again. But it says there are monsters here. So something these monsters is doing, or these people, it could be symbolic for people. It don't have to be actual fucking monsters. And in the Queen of Dice, she kind of just there. Like, I know how to channel. She not really giving me no energy. She kind of like cool on it. I think she like watching it go down. She don't really got too much shit to say. So it's like a lot going on around her. She don't got shit to say, y'all. I think she's silent. I think she knows she needs to be silent. I think because at a certain point, if a man cheating or if people lying and doing all this shit, and I mean, what can you do besides like pray? But Queen of Dice is swords, so that is something with communication. So it is a lot of communication going on. Page of Strengths. I mean, y'all, we have a lot of individual messengers here. This girl, she died, I remember. This she died though? Oh, this what's her name girlfriend? Dustin? Now I remember everybody's name. Ain't this Dustin girlfriend? The one that was on the other side of the receiver? His little boo for a little time? Or am I tripping? Dog bark, so that's confirmation. I think so. So yeah, someone could have another girlfriend. Yeah, okay, so it's more than this. Okay, so someone could have had another girlfriend, but they mob tied. So it's like the girlfriend and the girlfriend could be with the karmic man and they could be in cahoots, or the karmic girl got a boyfriend. Because, you know, the sex don't matter, but I want to be fair to both because I know both sexes watch my stuff. With 22, yeah, partnership. Which I think I didn't say that. I said, like, on the first part. Y'all may need to watch the first part. But some of y'all just are only that part. About, like, the karmic man and the karmic girl being paid to, like, cause chaos and warfare in somebody's life. But some of them could have dead ass, like, have, like, a whole nother person. Like, let's say, I don't want to use me as an example because I don't want to be fucking cheated on. But let's say I'm dating the karmic man. But remember, in part 1, I said it wasn't no cheating. It was just, like, hating ass hoes in the background. Come to find out, though, they really was in cahoots, though. Like, they really was, like, working together to, like, interrupt my life or something. Yeah. And I heard a proclamation is significant. Like, to offend me, to assert something, to begin something, to confess something, to begin something, to proclaim something, to start something. Like they was trying to, like, say they was trying to jump me magically, energetically, or something like that. Like, double team me. Like, maybe he got mad at me and he wanted to, like, get some revenge on me because he resented me, right? And so then he started dating his girlfriend, or a girl he used to be with, or an ex, or maybe a baby mama or something like that. And then at that point, they like, yeah, let's get this bitch. Because they just mad, I guess. I don't know. I think that's where the Page of Scoops gonna come in. So it's like you're gonna be getting information like that, downloads, or people calling you, texting you, emailing you, or shit just gonna start adding up in your sleep, your dreams. And you're gonna have bits and pieces. It's gonna be holes. It's gonna be holes to the story. Cause it's like gaps. Even as I'm reading this, as good as a channeler I know I am, it's gappy. It's not like it's congruent. It's not like it's all the way flowing. Like, cards aren't touching, but they are touching. I look at everything, even how I place my cards. And I know people pull exactly the same, and I usually do, but I always look at that for me. Nothing's inverted, so nothing is in the extreme or cut off. These are all upright. So these are things that are more than likely currently going on whenever you see this. But this could be prophetic for whenever you see this. So, no. This is currently going on. It's just like, this is like what's going to happen. It's going to be like a chain reaction. Because first, I felt like the page of spokes was like a divine masculine, but the energy's changing. So they could begin as just a man or woman you dated that's in this page of spokes energy, because you can flip the six, the people on the cards, and then some shit happens, coercion, bribery, blackmail. I haven't gotten into that yet. And then y'all break up, split up, because like I said, they were separated. The page of spokes, the person in the page of spokes with this message they're trying to deliver, or this energy they coming with, separated from the queen of dice. But the whole time, to be fair, I ain't gonna do that, it's gonna be confusing y'all, but the whole time, like, that page of spokes could have had a whole nother girlfriend on the side. So someone is getting cheated on, or had got cheated on. And the whole time, the girlfriend and that person was working against the queen of dice, or the queen, or the king of dice. I want to just let y'all know that the six can be fluid. It can be male or female. I'm not going to keep doing it. Just assume. Because I'm confusing myself. But yeah, it's definitely beginning with this person, though. Remember, this is the person from the first part. Like, he wasn't... I read him 3 different ways. Like, I read him as, like, an innocent man who... If that part is for you, I'm not even going to confuse you. But for now, he was the karmic. Because I'm a very detailed person, but it's Mercury retrograde, and I feel like I may be giving too much detail. And it's supposed to be gaps for a reason. So this is general message. This is not specific. Anything else? I think we got this last time. 3 of spokes. Yeah. That's 3 of cups. That's third party energy. So 3 of cups, you know, that's a gathering. That's an engagement. That's a reunion. That's a celebration. But sometimes it's more than one, you know. 3 is a company. Especially if we're talking about third parties. This also could be something in relation to a company. Let's flip the energy. Let's get off the love thing. Like, something about the scheme, the scam, and there are multiple people giving you different information or intel about this company, this scam, and they're coming to you with all this information that's been hidden to you from this moon card, but you could have been getting, if you're on the psychic end, a lot of like intuitive messages and downloads about it. But a lot of shit was scrambled. So let's say you dream that a woman named Suzanne came to you with some information. And then 2 weeks later, you see Shirley. These are actually people you know. And then Shirley come to you with some information. And then Ben come to you with some information. You dream this. And then over time, this shit actually happens. But in the dreams, it was like metaphorical, symbolic. So by the time it comes to you in the physical, some people really that psychic, you get the confirmation of what it actually means. But my tip would be to record your dreams at the time and look at everybody who's in your dreams. Some could be ops, some could be messengers, and some could be just like symbolic. Like their identity is maybe the energy of something you need to know. Let's say if I described, let's say Doja Cat. Doja Cat can be problematic, but in my opinion, she's still like a really good artist, right? She's like the triple threat. She can sing, she can dance, she can produce, right? And she can rap. So let's say for some weird ass reason, I dream of Doja Cat. And I'm like, well, bitch, and you know, dream interpretation is like intuitive, but also there are certain rules that you could follow and structures and principles. But let's say I go with the old school method. It's like everybody in your dream is you. So we start there. Okay, I'm Doja Cat. What does Doja Cat represent? Star power, star quality, star energy. But damn, she took a humbling fall, because that bitch, is she Illuminati? You know, like allegedly, whatever. So like I start comparing who she is, what she is to me, but also who she really is to me. And then I say, well, how does that relate to the overall theme of the dream? Because just because she's there, I have to also look at the environment and what the fuck is going on. And then what's the energy? What is the vibe of what's going on? And then how do I feel in the dream and out of the dream? And then how real did your dream feel? Because you might have been astral projection or traveling, which I think is the same thing, but yeah. So it's a lot of messages. So that's probably why I got page of strands, page of schools, page of spokes. So it's like people, dreams, symbols, messages, different types of people at different certain times. Just a lot. And then you have this 3 of spokes. So it could be like about this company, this organization, or this group, or some kind of collaborative, community effort, positive or negative, with this type of energy though. The overall energy is a little negative, but it could be something that you need to receive. Whew. And so, yeah. Also, I had to pause it for a second, but I heard the number 50. Yeah, my light just flashed. And so this could relate. I'm out of breath, y'all. I had to run upstairs. This could relate to like the older people I was talking about and trying to save like a son or daughter or like a sibling, or you've always been protective of your siblings. So this could be like a family secret coming up too. So it's a lot of messages. So this could be like something that was buried from a long time ago. If we just go back to the first two cards with the man, I'm gonna say with the man. But if you're a female, you can take it. But I'm just gonna go by the cards right now. There are monsters here. You know how like they say like it's skeletons in your closet. So this could be also symbolic to like a family secret about a boy. You could be a man now, but somebody being abused in whatever way that resonates with you at a time, and you're deciding to leave that behind. But it's almost like it's, let's say you want to leave home, right? I love talking about North Node, South Node shit. And let's say the way your North Node and South Node is set up, it has to do with like one of the houses that deals with like, what's it, your 4th house and your 10th house, right? So your 4th house is like inter-matriarch familiar, like that family, like close family, mid location, home. And the 10th house is more like public, the world. So it's like the maturation, excuse me, and it's traditionally Cancer and Capricorn, the 4th and 10th house. So it's traditionally, you're moving from like the family environment to like a more worldly environment. Not necessarily like your worldly material, but like growing in your own, leaving home, moving forward. Because if you look at this, I mean, he's literally doing that. And for some of you all, this is a man. We'll talk about it like that, since that's the first example. You're moving towards this Queen of dice, which is the Queen of Swords. She chilling. She ain't really got much to say right now, but I said like some of you all may be separated. So it's multiple messages. I'm not trying to confuse nobody. It's multiple messages, okay? And y'all, you and this woman or girl, or let's say woman, y'all have been just trying to like figure stuff out or whatever. And with the moon card here, it could have been, again, like you've been going through like some inner turmoil with your inner childhood, or just establishing like yourself as a man, a provider, a protector. But like childhood things have been popping up. And 5-0 lets me know like the age 50 is significant. So you could be dealing with people that are like 50 and up, mostly who have been triggering to you, who may have been your abusers, whether you wanted to admit it or not, or they even maybe still abuse you in some way. And then like she's been dealing like with her shadow, her identity and community, and maybe like she's psychic or intuitive. And I mean, the cards on lies right here, right? And it's clarifying the Queen of Dice. But at the same time, like she as well has energy around her that she's combating. So it's giving like y'all both could be going through something to where y'all are separate or separated, or have been separated, or even y'all are friends. This also could just be a friendship, and y'all on other sides of the world, the city, the state, whatever, and y'all have been in communication about all the weird, crazy shit that's been going on. Now, for some of y'all, if this is like a divine partner or counterpart, because I did say when I first said this, it would look like a divine counterpart, so I am going to just allude to that just a little bit. The messages could have been more like telepathy and clairvoyance and things like that with that moon card here, and it also clarified by a lot of these pages around it. Or like I said, for some of you all, this was someone who began like very like nice and chivalrous, and he became karmic. It happens. Yeah, and then the perspective of the scenario of why it happened is something that for some reason, male or female, whether you're the Queen of Dice or this guy that's leaving, you need to resolve within yourself to heal, release, and move. And it could relate to your North Node and South Node, like move from home, move out to town, or just move from this space, just move from this energy. Maybe to express yourself, maybe to level up, maybe to have more abundance, because I did say this had to do with divine abundance. Also, I said secrets, especially with this moon card. Like I said, I really think the girl, she has on glasses, is clarified by the moon card. She got a lot of pages by her. She also got the 8 of Wands by her. She's definitely intuitive. So she could see honestly what's going on, because she's looking at the Page of Spokes. If this is a relationship for the divine counterparts. But also maybe her seeing is what fucked it up, because remember at a certain point I did say when this man came out, I said, oh, this is the man from the first part, and he was a karmic. So hangman perspective change. Either it's a different person or the person became a karmic, but he was mob tied the whole time with somebody in the background on the other end who also was not local. So either y'all not local right now, or she not local, or it's something about not being local anymore and wanting to move forward and move away. Something was coerced and instigated and blackmailed. I heard for some of y'all it failed though, so some of y'all could be with this person. Just keep in mind that for some of you all, this is a karmic who is mob type, high key, low key, and for some of you all, this is possibly a divine counterpart. But yeah, those elders or those family members, I don't know why this makes me think of a daughter. So someone could have a daughter, and like and I want to say like public figures, but like I don't know how to say this. It's something about the daughter and like who she's around, who she's learning from is very like important. And like I said this in some message some months ago, like y'all need to watch who around y'all kids. I don't care if it's your mama, your grandma, your brother, your uncle, your dad. I don't care. And I'm frowning because I'm seeing some dark. Y'all need to watch who around y'all kids. Y'all don't know what they saying, what they doing, what they telling them. Some shit is getting already. This is a timeless entertainment purposes message, but I'm just gonna read it. Some shit is already like getting like misconstrued in the child's mind. Like she's already learning or observing certain things she shouldn't be seeing already, and it has to do with these monsters. Whether this is the family secrets, hearing grown folks' business they don't need to hear, family trauma, some abuse, whether she's been exposed or a victim of it. I'm not going to tell you that. Entertainment purposes only, but you really need to watch who is around your kids. Because some of y'all is too safe with your aunties, your uncles, and even your parents. Something about the door is significant. A locked door, a door, a bathroom. I don't know if you ever found your daughter locked in the bathroom, or she always in the bathroom. Or it could be a boy as well too. He's always or she's always in the bathroom. And I feel like some of y'all could relate. I don't know if that's like her safe space. Maybe like when she at somebody's house, she always in the bathroom, or he's always in the bathroom. She or he does not like being seen all the time. And your child is very, 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 very sweet. Like if you, let's say you intuitive just like this Queen of Dice is, and you a man, like she's more intuitive than you. So stuff affects her a lot more than you think it does, because people think kids don't know how to put on a show or be quiet or just do stuff to appease people to avoid being heard or pointed out or singled out or in trouble, or to cause more chaos and confusion if it's already there, or they know how to be quiet even if they know some shit going on. They could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They know. I don't care if you think they don't know the concept, but they can feel everything. But this daughter or son is super intuitive. I can't make this up. The Devil card. Yeah, this may be a hard. I'm gonna pull out the King of Scoops, which is the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, King of Scoops. So this is a Capricorn, Virgo. You could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This may be something hard for you to swallow. Whether you're finding this out, or you've been thinking it and seeing it, or you've been dreaming about it. I think you psychic, and I think you see stuff in your dreams, but you think they're just nightmares because maybe you experienced it, or you just feel like it's some weird shit. But I feel like God has been trying to talk to you for months, maybe even years, maybe even decades for some of you all, through your dreams. But you don't want to deal with your dreams. And the Moon card deals with the actual dreams, like falling asleep dreams, not just like, oh my God, my dreams, my goals type shit. Like that's not what we're talking about right now. Even though abundance is relevant. And I think this allows you to put on a mask, because I feel like you can super see. But like a lot of people don't like that they are gifted, but like at the end of the day, your gifts are to make you stronger and to protect you and to protect your loved ones. So if you are a father or a mother and you are learning to harness more of your protective energy, and that involves not only speaking up and healing your inner child, but also God gifting you with extra gifts more than like the normal person, you are not doing your due diligence by acting like you can't see some shit that you can see. you're hurting yourself. And if you have a child or plan on having a child, you could be hurting them too. Why would you not want to see? And most people don't want to see because you got to see everything. Oh, the fuck well. The shit getting exposed anyways all over the internet. It's in movies. It's in shows. It's in video games. Like, who are you not to see the shit that's already there any fucking way? Like, that's crazy. And I'm just giving, like, tough motherly love. Because, like, that's what we do. Dark Divine Feminine. That's just what it is. Like I said, I've been seeing shit for years. Nasty as fuck. I don't even know people. They be all around the world. And I know it because I'll see, like, monuments. And I'm like, that place? I've never been there in my life. And then, like, I'll see some weird shit going on. And I was like, okay. Because God don't ever tell me to come on here and tell y'all. But I was like, okay. And then I see shit online, I'm like, okay. That's what you were trying to show me. And I'm like, what the fuck they got to do with me? But sometimes it ain't even that it got something to do with you. It's just, hey, we all here. And like I said, many call, only a few chosen. And depending on what you're chosen for, it just depends on what God needs you to see to allow you to give certain messages. Which that would make sense why I'm giving these messages, because I'm talking about that kind of abuse. And I've been seeing it, regardless if it's related to me or not. And that makes sense, right? I didn't ask. When I saw this shit, I was very mortified. Never told nobody. Y'all the first people I fucking told. I ain't told no fucking body. But now y'all know. I've saw crazy shit. And it comes periodically, not all the time. That's why I do a lot of play shit. Because it is, I'm not going to lie to you. When you, depending on what God wants you to see. Just because you clairvoyant, clairaudient don't mean your purpose or your energy will naturally, or it will not be directed towards that energy. But I'm not gonna hold you. If you on my channel and I'm telling you I saw shit years ago and you probably similar to me in any kind of way, you probably for some reason have to know. And it sounds like you need to know to protect your child or your siblings, or just to break a family curse or lie or secret or something. Because I'm telling you, like, she is in my face. And also remember, I said this was the card that was going to give clarity and just be honest and tell you how it is. Kids as well do this. So don't ever think if your daughter or your son or a sibling or a cousin run to you and tell you some shit, or they try to tell you some shit. I don't care if they 3, 4, 5, and the whole room laugh because they like, oh, that's some crazy shit. No, you need to pay attention to what the fuck they're saying, because they're saying it for a fucking reason. They're not just saying the shit. And I know kids say shit, but kids really don't say shit. Y'all be missing it. I don't even have kids, but if I did, the shit I done seen and the way the world is, my ass be like, what the fuck did my baby say June 16th at 9 p.m.? Because that shit was crazy. Let me write that shit down. And I'm like clairvoyant and shit. So it's like, shit be weird anyway. So like, she could have gave me a whole motherfucking prophetic ass message. A year later, it's gonna make sense. I don't know. But like, you need to think more like that. You need to stop closing your third eye, closing your gifts. Steve. I forgot the purpose of Steve in the first part. Oh yeah, Steve represented Steve actually represented the he was both. No, Steve represented somebody being greedy and stealing. So if that's not you, that is somebody who is in elder energy, because the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups could be relevant. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be relevant. Don't have to be those signs. Protective energy. I don't want to say fatherly, because I said at the beginning, some of y'all come from a single home, and a lot of the times it's a feminine, a grandma, a mother, an auntie, and that's not a man. But they still have to be in that protective energy. And that could be a wound for you if you're a guy and you never had a man around you, but you've been learning yourself how to be a man from a woman. No shade. A lot of us come out of here children of wedlock, but like, we do need healthy father figures, and that's still like a wound for you, period. I don't care how good you are providing, you still probably got some sort of wound that you need to heal. Anyway, but you could have someone in this like very fatherly energy, who, whether they were male or female, and like they could be ooh, I'm not gonna say that, okay. They could be the ones who had done the abuse to certain people within the family. They could, one of my ears just went out. What the fuck? They could be, somebody don't want y'all to hear this. They could be one of the ones who steals money. Even though this card is in reverse, I'm reading it like that. They could be like harboring the money, in control of the money. You could have had like a father or a grandfather who was like a patriarch of the family, was in control of the money, positive or negatively. I'm just hearing all these energies. Or a mother. There also is a womb for you too, so I don't know if they're here or not. There's something about a pot, some sort of pot, a kettle, a tea kettle, a teapot is significant. A church and a room is significant for some of y'all. Something about doing something and it don't make no money, because I'm looking at the 000 on the cash register with old girl. Something about doom is significant. I am getting fucking queasy. Ugh. The devil card came out clarifying the karmic man and the change perspective of this divine masculine who became a karmic, or possibly, yeah, who became a karmic. And then maybe he was coerced by the devil, or like temptations, addictions, trauma bond, connections, being just in his lower chakras is significant, or she being in, or them being in that. And this is what altered their mind, their identity, their perspective. So they could have had an identity swap as well too. They could have a child too. So you may not be the one with the child, but your partner or ex-partner could have the one that has the daughter or the son. So you could flip the roles. Don't that sound like a bus? I like my window open. I like natural air. It's something about, again, like I said, a school bus was significant. And to be fair, the Three of Cups has children's bikes on it. So Three of Cups. So this deals a lot with children. Childhood wounds, childhood trauma, children, child abuse, living with the homies. But some of them was just fucking kids. Because 11 not that damn old. 11's not that old in the show. Now that I think about it, they themselves are children. Hell, I read these for 18 and up, but I hope that y'all are 18 and up. But this could be some shit some kids got going on that y'all, like, it could be kids in the family that know a secret that certain parents doing certain shit, or certain elders doing certain shit, and you supposed to be the one to know, because the kids all feel safe with you. Like, they don't feel comfortable with Uncle Ronnie or Tony or Auntie Beth or Bianca or some shit. But for some reason, Uncle this or TT this, like they okay, but like for some reason they feel super safe around you. Like, they don't mind going with you. They don't mind playing with you. They don't mind talking to you. And they do tell you stuff, but I think you just, like, you just pass it off. Like, not meanly. I don't think you're a mean man or woman, but, like, you just don't. You need to get down to the bottom of it. You know how you do this? Like, you don't be paying enough attention. It's one thing. Also, if you consider yourself an elder and you, like, in your 30s or 20s or something like that, and you got more sense than your family, and you do take a liking to, like, the children of your family just to be, like, extra protective and steer them in the right way, you need to do more. And I don't mean financially. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you're supposed to do more. And if you psychic, or maybe God wants you psychic, or maybe you just a little baby, you know, you a little baby bun and you awakening, God wants you to wake up way fucking more. Something about some chicken. I taste chicken wings, barbecue, a grilling, a picnic, a family gathering is significant. I have on shorts, not drawers. I heard ain't nothing but a hoochie mama, and I'm and I'm grown. And it's a lot of messages. I heard mixed messages. So God don't want me to give a lot of mixed messages, but be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I don't know. I don't know. God may want me to end it right there, because I gave a lot in just 50 minutes. All I'm saying is, overall, for the 3-4 different energies I gave, just to clarify, the son/daughter who want to move away, get away, but they dealing with their trauma. Then they got a possible partner who as well is dealing with something, and y'all in a separation because of some lying and some bullshit, or some self-growth that's necessary. Then you got the same male or female who's actually a divine karmic or feminine or excuse me, a divine masculine or feminine who became karmic. So, and then they're not with this person no more who was the queen of dice or king of dice. Take it as it resonates. But whole time, they kind of feed off the energy from part one where they was also, where they're being used or wanting to attack that person that the divine, that the main person isn't with anymore. Ooh, I hope that makes sense. So what I mean is, on that second part, let's say I heard debating and dying. So if somebody is in debate and somebody, Pluto energy is dying. So if I say dying, I don't mean actually dying, but if I mean it, I'll let you know. So debating and dying. So dying to me is endings. So someone could be debating if they're wanting to end something to you, end something with you, or tell you something, or tell your truth. Remember, I did say someone could be coming to y'all with communication, whether in a positive or negative way, or lies. I'm sorry, it's just, I didn't do no fucking pick a card, and I didn't think it was going to be this many messages about messages. So I can see how this is confusing, but they're very specific, but very general. So it's not one-to-one. I'm never giving one-to-one. I don't know you. I'm not your professor. I'm not your counselor. I'm not your reader. I'm not your coach. I'm not your therapist. I'm not shit for you. I'm just on here entertaining you. So take that as it resonates, and take that shit lightly. And either way, it's just, again, like I said, all this confusion of messages, and this person could want to confess. Confessions is what came out to you about this, or again, you yourself are this queen of dice who's just over here on the motherfucking rock, who's not saying nothing, but she psychic, can see, clairvoyant, tapped in, or you could be a male. And regardless, I'm gonna say you're in your feminine if you're a male, because again, she not doing shit. I told you at the beginning, she's just sitting there watching all of this. She's literally like looking at all this shit. Like, whether she dating a guy and that's the page of spokes, or sir, this is you when you dating a girl, that's the page of spokes that's in the car leaving the city with the monsters or the family, whatever. Or maybe it's a part of the community organization shit, or maybe that was the karmic man or karmic female. Now whole time you like, oh, you had a bitch or you had a man and y'all was trying to plot on me. Either way, you're getting to the bottom of it. That is this card's role. I know that's a lot. And then for some of you all, I just broke down more the family dynamic, because that's what I touched on initially before I even got to anything. And that's what God wanted me to really focus on. Because you have a lot of children, or like your part of your purpose or your gifts or one of your intentions in life is to work with kids. But you need to open up your fucking God, I'm sorry, y'all. You need to open up your sight, because as well as that, you could work in communities, organizations, or churches, or volunteer around kids who you genuinely want to help. And God has more to show you about these children, but you're not allowing yourself to see. Stop being a baby. Grow up. It's a part of it. This is a part of your initiation. This is a part of your purpose. This is also a part of your abundance. So that is why I said abundance earlier. So you hiding yourself from your gifts is not good. And then remember, Steve came out. And I think right after Steve came out, the devil card came out. So again, the devil card is Capricorn. The king of scoops is king of pentacles, which is a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So that's giving me double Capricorn energy. I also said North Node, South Node. From the South Node was Cancer. The North Node was motherfucking Capricorn. You got to be a motherfucking Capricorn season. Capricorns are significant, whether you got a mother or a father. It's by this mother. And you know, I ain't gonna hold you. The king of scoops, which is the king of pentacles, which is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, because like you're very, some of y'all are already in the shit, and some of y'all don't know about spirituality like I do. And it's not me being a bitch or boasting. It's like, that's why I'm talking like this in details. But like, I'm clarifying it by the moon. The moon typically can be Cancer, Pisces. Some people say Scorpio. So again, repeative water and earth, water and earth, water and earth. But all the signs are out here, honestly, like all the elements. However, the king of scoops is over the moon card. The moon also is not about the subconscious, the unconscious, your beliefs, illusions, dreams, like psychic powers, but also it's about what's hidden in secrets. So again, whether male or female, who is this single mom, single father who raised you, or a caregiver, she could be hiding something from you, and it could be having to do with your son or daughter. Your daughter, excuse me, confirmation burps. There was like 3-4 burps. I ain't drank shit but water today. Hours ago, I barely been drinking. She or your daughter or your son is not telling you because I'm not getting they don't want to tell you. I just feel like you're not seeing it. I almost want to say it's in your face. And if it is something as extreme as I'm saying, and you've never experienced abuse, and I'm basically telling you to watch out to make sure your grandparents or aunties or uncles or cousins are doing something with your child. I'm not giving any legal advice, mental advice. I'm not telling nobody to go fight or retaliate. This is a general entertainment message, confirmation horn hunt. You need to look, because something ain't right. And something about a bathroom is significant. I just keep hearing and seeing a child in a bathroom, a child in a bathroom. And something about washing. Watching or washing. I don't know. I'm going to stop it there because it's getting dark. 55 minutes on the clock. That's conflict and that's change. So whenever you see that it's timeless, for some of you all, it'll be current, but it's happening in real time. So some of these things will occur like, because this is going to trigger your ass. Or I'm confirming it. And you already knew this. And to be fair, if we're going to go for the family line version of this and not the, because I gave like three different versions of these cards. He is, how does he look if he found out something? Because if the hangman is perspective and the magician is someone who knows and has all the tools, whole time it's the devil, and you've been trying to figure some sort of mystery out with this moon card. Because also, to be fair, you could be the page of spokes and the queen of dice yourself in your masculine and feminine, whether you male or female, harnessing your yin and yang energy to be able to see and heighten your awareness and sight. But how does old boy look in the middle? He look confuddled as fuck, like what the fuck is going on? And even in the show, whole time the devil was the motherfuckers that worked with the government, in a sense. But it really was, because they was the motherfuckers doing it the whole time. Whole time you thinking, like, you know it's a government experiment, but like, at first you like, oh, it's just, you know, they experiment and research, and boom, they discovered a whole time they was ahead of it. Like, they was creating it. So it's like, they're also, I'm not trying to like throw you on a loop, but I'm trying to trigger your mind to think outside the box and just think. I'm trying to trigger you. It also could be like a scenario or situation where like, and y'all, that storm passed quick as fuck. It's been over. But it could be a scenario where like something happens as like a disguise or like a plot or a trick to fool you, and like it wasn't real or wasn't true, or it was to just like distract you or take you off somebody's scent, or like not put the blame in this group of people, but put the blame in another person. I don't know. Let's say like, y'all know, I mean, and I'm just doing this to trick you. I didn't even mean to say that. I'm doing this to trigger you, but that lets me know someone is doing something to trick y'all. And like, again, someone could, y'all know in the first part, if y'all haven't watched it, I'm gonna tell you quickly. Someone tried to break up a relationship in the first part. Some of it was successful, some of it was not. Some people got broke up with somebody they should have been broke up with anyway, and ended up with a better person. And some of people did, okay? However, there was so much like tricks and lies and just bullshit going on. I told y'all you had to be aware of who was who, because the person, let's say me, I'm trying to decide between, look at me, I don't be trying to use people's names. I know so many people. Derek, I think is what I said, and Carl. I'm trying to decide between Derek and Carl. The whole time I keep blaming Derek for everything. Whole time it's Carl. But I'm getting dreams, I'm getting downloads that are confusing the fuck out of me. And finally, in this part of the message, I'm getting that clarity. However, if we relate it to that same type of scenario, if I relate it to like the family could be trying to put it on Lil John that was locked up 10 years ago for some petty theft, who always has been like rough and tough and shit. And some get exposed. It don't gotta be child abuse, but it could be stealing, thievery. Because I did say something about the King of Pentacles energy with somebody stealing money or harnessing and having all the money. Whole time it was your mom or your dad. You see what I'm saying? Or it could be like that, child abuse. And abuse does not have to be actual, but I'm just saying because I got a lot of that in this energy. And I heard a lot of words that do deal with that. I just didn't choose to say them. And right hand to God, I genuinely did. And to be real with y'all, if y'all look at my messages for some reason, I be channeling a lot of that. But like I told y'all, I've seen this shit like years ago in dreams, dead ass, when I was just first waking up, kind of like y'all, I don't know. And I used to be like, God, I don't want to see this shit. But like, I never told God I didn't want to see it. I just would feel, I would cry. Cause like, how the fuck do you tell? First of all, I'm already weird, right? I'm where the fuck I live. It's not a lot of people like me. Like, I really be in the shit. Then I see dark shit and I see light shit, but I see more dark shit than light, which is okay because I'm a dark feminine, and that's okay. I, came to terms with that. And then, I mean, who want to see stuff about kids randomly at certain times of the year? I, I don't know if the shit was going on in real time or if I'm seeing it before, because I can see stuff before time and in real time, and I can see stuff from the past. Like, I can really see. So with that, I just knew to record them. And then, it kind of makes sense now that I see all that shit that they found on that island with that man and that came in the files and all that shit. I'm like, I wonder was I seeing them? Because I didn't know them people. I didn't ever see their faces, but I would see the children. And sometimes I would see acts of abuse. So I'm sorry if you may be like me, but it's a gift. I don't know how God gonna use you. You could be a teacher. You could be a counselor. You could be someone who's in an organization with nonprofit with kids. You could be a pastor. You could be someone within the government. Like, there may be some reason why God wants you to have an extra sight in that, and you should see it as a positive, not a negative. But especially if you something in a family or an organization and you want to work with kids, because 9 times out of 10, especially working with kids, I wouldn't want it, knock on wood, to happen, but statistically it happens more than people want to talk about. And we're in a day and age where we need to talk about it. And I was trying to say, if y'all look at my older messages, I'd be talking about that. Like, I got a lot that says, heal your abuser or something like that, or heal this abuse. That message was fucking crazy. And I was channeling for men who have been abused. I did say feminines, but like at some point I said, no, let me stop. Because I was using my cartomancy cards, and those are pretty like real time, real people, real actual people. Like, if it's a king, it's a king. It's not the energy. Like, for me, the way I read cartomancy, not tarot, which is fluid. Cartomancy is usually like, if that's a queen of motherfucking spades, it's a woman. If it's a king of spades, it's a fucking man. Tarot, we be fluid, but like, I don't like being fluid with cartomancy, because usually that shit is, you can predict some shit with cartomancy or tell what some shit that didn't happen. But at the same time, people make decisions and things change. But I will say, usually with cartomancy is pretty accurate. But again, entertainment purposes only. But yeah, and I was talking about people who were abused and how the one man was abused. Who he now a man. I don't know why God wanted me to share this, but like, one guy was abused and became an abuser, not necessarily actually, but he just became very like angry and hard, and he just became an abuser. I didn't get actually, but just abuse in a different way, like mentally, emotionally, like bullied, kind of like a narcissist, but not actually. The other one struggled with stuff, but he was having like more like financial blockages and commitment issues. So even if he became like a good Samaritan, worked hard, and maybe was prosperous, he had a very hard time truly, genuinely, I would say, being intimate for real, and committing for real. Like, he did not like, coochie, but like, I could read energy. Like, I could tell that person was like not a bad man, but like had financial blocks a lot, and they had intimate issues, and they also had like trust issues to the point that they couldn't commit. The abuser did as well too. The abuser had like all of this shit, except they were like mean as fuck, and they like lashed out on everybody, especially like their son or their daughter or something like that. So get some help, get therapy. But I don't know. A lot of my messages, even when I was doing True TV Tarot messages, shit, were very male dominated. So I just know at some point it's gonna be a lot of men watching me. So, we do not shame over here. We like men and their emotions. We like men and their feelings. We like men who express. And I've dated so many men who cannot fucking express themselves. But I don't, it be working, then it don't. That's it. And I just keep it pushing. But like, we okay, we give people grace, we give people space. But like, y'all know, go get therapy, journal, meditate, pray, ask God to help you express yourself, release stuff. You do not have to tell nobody your trauma, your experience. You can go to a therapist, you can go to God. If you got like a best friend or a wife, I heard, she would want to hear that she's your wife, unless you like with a bitch that you shouldn't be with. And I feel like what you get married to a bitch, you can't tell you was beautiful. Like, what the fuck? How are y'all married? But at the same time, I guess if it was me, I don't know if I would just outright share it. But I also feel like it's something to share because you can have triggers. And we real self-aware over here. And if not, we become self-aware. So, yeah. All's well is in. All is well that ends well. So, there you go. King of Wands right here. And the Queen of Dice. In the reverse, 10 of Spokes. 10 of Cups. Somebody trying to block somebody living happiness. So anyway, I'm going to close it out. I'm going to end it with that. I'm going to clear the space. Clear my hands. And we will talk soon. I'm going to name this Always and Forever. Do not ask me why God is giving me these titles, but the messages is like this. I'm pretty sure she going to wrap it up for me. But the first one was Happily Ever After. Remember, some of y'all would just only need that first message, but you will want to watch this message. But you'll be like, this don't got nothing to do with me, and it's confused me a million times more. For some of you all, what I realized when I was like waking up to certain types of energies, when I would watch shit that would trigger me, but I wouldn't want to watch, but I knew I needed to watch for some weird ass reason, but I swear it wasn't me. It made me start questioning it unconsciously, and then stuff when it would happen to me in my physical, I started realizing, oh, that motherfucking reader was talking about me the whole time. Like, maybe it's an abundance read, but she got to get into a little bit of the warfare, right? Because we're in a warfare time with a lot of readers. Whole time I'm like, okay, the abundance, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. I'm this gift, I'm from this star seed, I do this, I do that, I do that. Whole time I'm hearing everything, but I'm like, oh, that ain't my family, that's not me, we don't do that. We don't act like that. They don't treat me like that, do they? But you slowly start questioning because the reader, the real reader, is going to give you like examples. Like how I say the bathroom, or this person acts like, or cheating. Like, and it's typical stuff we can say that's like natural English vocabulary. But it's the timing, it's the flow, it's where we decide to put it. Because God is controlling our minds and our words. If we attune to God. Everybody that read, baby, is not a fucking with God on this YouTube, on this TikTok. Don't think that. Pray it before you read and listen to anybody energy, even fucking minds. Swear to God. But yeah, there are the King of Spokes. And the King of Strands. That's definitely two different masculines. The King of Wands is giving me bad energy though. That's fire sign. So beware of that for whoever this is. If you made it this far, that may just be a very individual, specific message. It could be like a father figure who could have abused someone, a boy. He could be fucking gay, or was gay, or like he act like he not gay no more, but he was always fucking gay. And don't his chair look like it's in a motherfucking star? Like, can y'all see the outline? Does that not look like he in the shape of star? Something about rituals is significant. Something about contact. I don't know if you're in contact with this man no more. Or something about your son is significant. Or you are a son. That's what I'm saying. It's what it is. I don't even try no more. But, yeah, so, fuck. What was I talking about? I'm gonna just end it right there, y'all. God want me to say something. I'm just sitting here. Fudge. Just tap me in and pray. Everything is not what it seems. I'm not trying to confuse nobody. That's what I was saying. Part one for some of y'all is just part one, which is happily ever after. I'm not gonna put no parts because whatever part you're supposed to see, you're supposed to see. You know how somebody can have 3,000 videos, but you don't see all 3,000 videos or all 4 parts of a 4-part thing? Sometimes you're not supposed to. But for some of you all, some of the things I was saying from happily ever after are going to relate to always and forever. So, I mean, someone could, like, this could be someone's love story for self-love, validation, freedom, sovereignty, justice, bringing down them scams, bringing down a family secret, coming into the yin and yang, or a partner. It could be, that's 4 different things I'm getting. And that's why I'm naming it this, because no matter how dark this shit is, you're gonna be fine, happily ever after, always and forever. You're gonna find this person, or you're gonna be with this certain person. May not be the karmic, but the karmic is leading you to your divine counterpart, right? Or for some of y'all, like I said, in this part, some of y'all, this is your divine counterpart. So this is just the fool's journey. And I think happily ever after did talk about for you all who are more higher, because we have cross watchers, this is your fool's journey. And this has been your fool's journey for a long time, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years. And I'm just reading it. So you are special, you are amazing. And know that. Bye.